I want to answer one last question. We'll end with some love, I think. Here it'd be a good way to go into the Klavanless weekend. There was this one mailbag question that I just couldn't get to 2 weeks in a row from Daniel. He says, "Help me, Andrew Klavan. You're my only hope." I said, "Thank you for writing The Great Good Thing. It was a definitive step in my spiritual journey. And maybe just as importantly, it was a big step in making you my favorite podcaster. Please do not tell Ben. My question is simple and urgent. Who is your favorite love poet? And what is your favorite love poem of all time? I have to memorize one to recite to my wife for an upcoming event, and I would greatly appreciate some recommendations." Well, I hope I'm not too late, first of all. You know, the funny thing is that I'm not, most love poetry is not what you think it is. It's not Hallmark cards. It's very complex. Obviously, if you want a love poem that you can say directly to somebody, Shakespeare had all those great sonnets, so I compare thee to a summer's day. My own personal favorite love poem, I'm a little embarrassed to say, is by a woman to her husband. Anne Bradstreet wrote the poem To My Dear and Loving Husband, which begins with just these wonderful lines. "If ever two were one, then surely we. If ever man were loved by wife, then thee. If ever wife was happy in a man, compare with me, ye women, if you can." But obviously that doesn't help you. So let me tell you a great love poem. I can't tell you the best love poem, but here is a great love poem by one of my favorites, William Wordsworth. She was a phantom of delight, and you have to listen to it carefully because it is a really brilliant poem. It's 3 stages of a man's relationship to a woman. It is supposed to be Wordsworth's poem to his wife. He had one of the very few great marriages in literary history. He had a wonderful, wonderful marriage, and they always said that his wife never said a word except "God bless you." That's what they said. Anyway, she was a phantom of delight. Now, let me read it to you. 3 stages of his relationship to his wife. She was a phantom of delight when first she gleamed upon my sight, a lovely apparition sent to be a moment's ornament. Her eyes as stars of twilight fair, like twilight's too, her dusky hair. But all things else about her drawn from Maytime and the cheerful dawn, a dancing shape, an image gay to haunt, to startle, and waylay. I saw her upon nearer view, a spirit, yet a woman too, her household motions light and free, and steps of virgin liberty. A countenance in which did meet sweet records, promises as sweet, a creature not too bright or good for human nature's daily food, for transient sorrows, simple wiles, praise, blame, love, kisses, tears, and smiles. And now I see, with eye serene, the very pulse of the machine, a being breathing thoughtful breath, a traveler between life and death, the reason firm, the temperate will, endurance, foresight, strength, and skill, a perfect woman nobly planned to warn, to comfort, and command, and yet a spirit still and bright with something of angelic light. It's just you got to read it yourself, read it carefully. It's a wonderful transition from he sees her first as a phantom, as an ideal, as an idea, and he's falling in love with her, but she's kind of just a moment's ornament. She is this spirit. Then he gets to know her. He probably marries her at this point, and he sees her. She's in her household motions. She's a spirit, yet she's a woman too. And he sees that she is, she's got sweet records in her face. She's got history written in her face. And history writes itself on your face, not through beauty or through light. It puts wrinkles on there, but she's also got promises as sweet. What she's going to become is beautiful, a creature not too bright or good for human nature's daily food. In other words, she's not a spirit, she's a woman. And at the end, he sees her as a wonderful woman who is a spirit too, so that her womanhood does not get in the way of her being a spirit. And it's these 3 stages of understanding a woman, a man understanding a woman, going from seeing her as a kind of idea to seeing her as a woman, a practical human being, and to seeing her as a practical human being who embodies that idea of womanhood. It's a very beautiful progression, a very wonderful tribute to his wife. And in doing that, in writing that, he's writing also a tribute to marriage, because it teaches you so much about the other half of human life. I've always said that men and women are like the lenses of a stereopticon. If you're only looking through one of them, you're not seeing the world in 3D. And I believe that personally that, or at least my experience is, that it's only through marriage, only through loving a woman over time, that you get that other lens and start to see, I get it. It's a whole world. It's not just the world I see. It's the world she sees as well, the world she experiences well. And then you're suddenly really alive and really deeply invested in the world.